Hi. Hi, hello, it's me, the local virtual baker, Saltea Kichee. Hi. Hello. Yahoo. Hello there. Hi. Hi there, Q. Oh my god. How art thou recovery? How are you? Ooh. Hello. Hi, 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 hi. Hello. Hello. Dying. Well, have you tried not dying? It's a very healthy thing for you to try and do. Trust me, I've never done it before, but your lungs hurt. Oh dear. Uh, you might want to get that checked. Oh dear. I'll somehow. I wish I could send you some good vibes. 5 a.m. bed vibes here. Don't want to get up. Tep, if you don't get up, I'm gonna send you gore. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Sorry. The inner machinations of my thoughts are just kind of like. Okay, I have really okay, jeez. I'm gonna go ask my family and take me to get that checked. Thank you, Tim. Yeah, I don't think your lungs hurting is exactly something that's you can just say, oh, I'll just wait in bed. You might want to get that checked, making sure it's not like pneumonia or something. Goodness. Yeah. Go get that checked. Go take some Tylenol though to hopefully take some Tylenol. Drink some water and go get that checked. All right. Boy, I wish I could send you some of the treats we're making today. Watch me die from what I thought was a cold. Don't say that. I will eat you alive, and then I'm gonna go, I'll send you gore. I don't know. Sorry. It's just this is a stupid threat, but like, okay, so I found, okay, lads, I got a really funny thing to tell you. When it comes to like Discord bots and Twitter, no, not Twitter bots because those are just actual bots, but like Discord bots, because I get a lot of them surprisingly. Usually the best way to get them away from you is to tell them, hey, I will send you several pictures of gore if you are going to continue this conversation. None of them talk to me ever again, and they never go on with their script. So they do have some sense of humanity, but I don't. So there's a difference there. And also, Q, if you're gonna have your funeral, can I cook for your funeral? You know, you're gonna have a funeral and all that, but you need to have refreshments still, because of course, you know. Yes, a funeral to attend to? Well, you gotta have some good food as someone's dead. You might be crying a river, but ew, who doesn't love a good, nice, tasty snack? Which is a weird thing to say out loud, but I'm not wrong, unfortunately. Will the refreshments be free? Yeah, I think Q, if I cater, can I get like paid and like can I get paid? Yes! Oh yay, thank you! If only I had a malasada. Well, Bush, isn't that so funny? Cause today I'm shaking my hands. We are making malasadas that are inspired from Pokemon Sun and Moon, Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, whatever you want to say. That sort of thing. At least over here, it's all the food is pastry, so Salty fits the bill. Okay, I can do that. Don't worry. Isn't that so funny? Yeah, it's so funny! Not Q's funeral, that's not funny. I'm talking about the malasadas, you know, that's just it's so coincidental. It's like quirky even. Slay. Sorry, again, there's some weird brain matter that's going in my head recently. It's like, you know, I want to just start saying really stupid things now. But like, man, slay. I think it's also because like I'm gonna play cat videos at the funeral. Yeah, you gotta play cat funerals. We gotta get a very specific gift because I saw it on a specific server with no sort of correlations whatsoever. But it's a really, really funny gift, and it makes no sense why you would play it. But like, let's say you somehow know about some things. We should have this played in the background as well. It's a fish being covered in chocolate. So, yeah. If you cook, can I attend? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I'm only catering. I can't invite. That is up to Q. No. Whoa. Need to drink some water. Alright. So anyways, we are making malasadas today, and I feel quite proud of myself because not only is this just fun to do, I love malasadas, but I hate chocolate fish. You should hate chocolate fish. That's just really stupid. It's a stupid joke for just personally myself, and no one else should understand. If you understand, you're a degenerate, and you're stupid, and I hate you. So, anyways, I'm gonna be making malasadas, and I have made this recipe. I found a recipe I liked online. I did a little few changes here and there to make it tastier and easier. So I have that. And I also have made a lot of other various fillings. These recipes are actually, I just wrote them today. Hold on, wait, I gotta change one recipe because I kind of realized. Alright. Some of them aren't correctly spelled out. Because I'm advertising my funny thing because I want you all to have the access and ability to make good food. In the description of the link of the description here, you'll see the Bred recipe booklet. I'm changing this name to be a recipe booklet, methinks. Because yes, there are breads here. But I also have kimchi, which is a really oddball thing to have. But I'm also gonna put in I have also made a section down below. I have made malasadas, and I have made another thing of malasada fillings. We are making 6 kind of things. We're gonna be making 6 kind of malasadas today. We are going to be making a dry malasada, sweet, sour, bitter, spicy, and mythic. These are all present within the game of Pokemon Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, Sun, and Moon. So we're going to be doing that. And these fillings are a play on all the names and also something that is both regional and also makes sense of the Pokemon universe. So the dry filling is going to be just a cinnamon sugar. Nothing crazy. It is just going to be a toss of cinnamon sugar, no filling. It is going to be dry, hence the name. You know, it makes sense, right? Berry filling, where it's going to be the sweet, filling. I'm going to be doing blueberry jam, so there's going to be doing that. Is the spicy one going to have kimchi? No. You're a psychopath. You're gonna attend. I'm going to make sure you have a funeral if you say something like that again. So I'm making a blueberry jam filling. It's my favorite kind of blueberry jam I like to make. A pineapple jam filling, which a pineapple berry is essentially like a pineapple. So I'm making a pineapple jam with that. We're gonna be making a nanab berry filling, which is a banana. So I thought of doing a bananas foster filling. That's gonna be kind of cool to see. Almost like making like an apple butter, but instead of making it with apples, it's with with bananas. And for some reason, a nanab is bitter. So that's my cover statement because I don't know. I'm gonna try and make it like a bitter caramel, I guess, with some bananas. We'll see. figgy jelly filling, which is gonna actually be a jalapeno jelly. So that's gonna be fun. I'm gonna see how we're gonna probably play around with that one. And then the last one, which should be the most unique one, but is honestly the most boring one, is the mythical malasada filling, which is literally just a light pastry cream. Because in one of the cutscenes, in one of the things in like Pokemon Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, Sun and Moon, there is a place you can go to where it's like, oh, that we can use Moo Moo milk to make the mythic malasadas. So I'm taking to the presumption of if that's the case, it must be a pastry cream or a creme glaze. But I don't feel like making a creme glaze because that's a pain in the butt, and I don't feel like doing that. So we're not doing that. We're gonna go with a second thing of, you know, whatever I just said, pastry cream. Okay, but yeah, I'm actually quite excited for the fillings we're gonna make today. Most importantly, I'm very excited to see about the jelly, the jalapeno jelly. I'm not sure if I have pectin around, but if I do have pectin, we're gonna try and do a round of that. And if we don't, then I'll just make it into like a cream, like a jalapeno cream jelly cream, something like that. We'll see. We'll figure out when we get there. But yeah, we're gonna be doing that. We're gonna be making the malasadas, and that is that. I hope you're all ready. I hope you're ready for the day. I hope you're filled with you're here. Hi, welcome. Okay, so it's time to do stuff. It's time to do things. Let's get to the kitchen. Yes, the place where I belong. Alright, let me actually, like, walk myself here. Okay. Good, I just gotta now roll this boy over. Hi, chat. Hi. So here we are, in the kitchen, to do our stuff, to do our thing. Apparently I've gained a lisp now. My apologies. But yeah, let's now start cooking, or baking. Cooking. I'm not a professional, as you can tell, and I need to ask the question. In your guys' opinion, when you fry dough, is that baking or is that considered cooking in your guys' head? Because genuinely, when it comes to like that sort of idea, are we baking or are we cooking? Because in my head, it's like, oh, it's dough, so we obviously are baking. But like, there's no oven to bake stuff in. We're kind of frying. Frying is kind of a cooking method if you think about it. So, are we cooking or are we baking? Fuck if I know. Well, thanks, Q. Jeez. Hi, Jude. Hello. Okay, let's see. Let's make the dough first. I think that's the first course of business we should attend to. So, let's go do that. Language. What do you mean, language? I get to curse if I want to. I can curse. You see these things on my face here? I can curse. I'm allowed to curse now. I'm a big boy. I'm a big glitch, alright? Now fight me, alright? Or die. Alright, so anyways, I have everything out. So, did you know that I am really trying to think malasadas. So let's make some malasadas today. Anyways, in this thing I have a thing of cream and water. 100 grams of cream and 70 grams of water. I'm now gonna put a packet of yeast or 7 grams of yeast. And I'm gonna just mix it real quick. This dough is a very simple recipe, so it's not too outrageous of a thing to follow. But yeah, Happy New Year! Happy New Year to you as well, Jude. Welcome to the new year, 2025. Can you all believe it? 2025, you guys got any plans? Got any set goals in mind? Maybe even some resolutions that you plan on not doing? Because I got some. But I'll get to that in just a moment here. I'm currently in tutorial mode right now. It doesn't matter what else I can think of. It's tutorial time. Okay, so lose weight and more project work. Yeah, that sounds about right. That's pretty much me as well. I think I already made some resolutions and goals, and I'll put them on screen in maybe a bit, but I pretty much am the same way. I want to lose weight, more project stuff. Even though, like, in reality, I don't really need to lose weight. For me, I need to actually build muscle mass. I'm only like 150 pounds, which to my knowledge isn't bad, but since I'm so short, I'm technically overweight. Which is one of the many reasons why being short sucks, because now I have to work harder to be fit. Damn it, I hate life. I'm a short stack or whatever, I don't know. Okay, so in this thing here, I have dry ingredients mixed. I have 255 grams of bread flour, a teaspoon of sugar, a half a teaspoon of salt, and that is it. So now I'm actually just going to mix in my yeast in here. And since this is instant active yeast, I don't really have to worry about blooming it so much. So I'm just going to mix it right away. Okay. And I don't really want to mix it too much. I don't really have to worry about it too much. I just wanted to get it together. Because once it's together, then I can add in my egg. And we'll keep mixing. But I'm also I'm gonna kind of not call you out here. You can't be that heavy. I don't know. You don't. Okay, it's gonna sound weird, but you don't sound like a person that's heavy. Does that make sense? I don't know. You don't seem like a. Actually, wait. You made a really piss poor burger. I'm still holding you up for that. Maybe I can see that, but hold on. Wait a minute. I don't know. You might. You don't sound. Is this weird to talk about? Is that messed up to say, like, oh, you don't sound like you need to do it or something like that? Yeah, it feels like it. Okay, I'm gonna stop. Never mind. Alright, so now I got everything else kind of mixed. It's gonna be kind of wet, but I'm just gonna get 2 tablespoons of butter in here. And I'm just gonna mix it by hand at this point. And now I gotta get to a fun part, which is kneading this really sticky and wet dough. Ugh. Can't hear what you're accusing me of, but I'm sure they're lies. Can you not hear me? What did I miss? You missed me roasting the hell out of Temp. I called him a stupid little shrimpy, and he needs to stop being so simpy. Yeah. Fitting bars, I guess. Alright. This thing is getting a little wet. The nice thing about the dough recipe, even though that it is extremely wet, you can add so much flour to it. It is fine. And if it isn't fine, that's news to me, because, I don't know, I'm kind of used to doing this. But yeah, help what? I don't know. I can't help you. Here, I can't fix you. Anyways, yeah, I'm just kind of like clapping my hands. Ooh, yay! We're doing some stuff today. Yay! I'm so happy. I'm clapping my hands. Wow. Yay! Okay. Anyways, 2025 goals: shrimp, less simp. Yeah. Pretty much. But yeah, my big goals for this year. Well, not goals. I just have a lot of plans, really. The epitome of like this year is not really having many goals. It's just more or less like, execute all my plans and have a good time this year. Just because this year I have a lot of things I have planned. For one thing, I'm going to Japan this year. I'm very excited because it's literally 4 months away. 4 months away. Temp, I'm coming to find you. I know where you live. I'm coming to get you. And then we're gonna go out and go have like yakitori or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, I'm gonna do that. Maybe not that. Maybe not the kidnapping of Temp. Like I think he would actually beat the hell out of me. But I'm going to Japan. I'm gonna try and go to Tokyo, and then I want to go to other places like Okinawa, Hiroshima, and I want to go to like other places like Osaka, Kyoto. You have to crawl through the mountains to find me. Sure, I can do that. Template's harmless. What do you mean? I don't know. Listen, you haven't played Stardew Valley with him, and something about that, when you play Stardew Valley with Temp, makes you look at him differently. He's very shifty. He's like the American Psycho, but Japanese. He's the Japanese Psycho. Well, American Japanese Psycho. Well, no, I think he is American, so like, I don't know. Lion just loves trash! It's just... Oh, you know... Okay, I got a wild story to tell you guys, just because this is so weird. Alright, are you guys ready for peak city stuff? So, yes, I live in a city. I'm not sure how much I've talked about that. I live in a city, and you know, today I had to go to the store, you know? I had to go to the store to go get some stuff and things, and you know, I had to go grocery shop to go get the ingredients, like bananas and all that stuff. On my walk, there was this weird guy that was just kind of like, it looked like he was just kind of like shivering in like the corner side, and I was just walking by, minding my own business, but then he starts, as soon as I pass him, he starts screaming at me, and then he starts saying, "What the hell is wrong with you? I'm trying to masterly bait." I don't feel like saying the actual thing because it makes me that uncomfortable, but like, the lad was literally just screaming at me like, "Hey, yeah, I'm doing this." It's like, what the hell? Oh, what the hell is going on here? So, yeah, so a druggie. Oh, yeah, 100%, yes. But like, you know, back onto that list of why I don't go outside. We have all of those in Cleveland. Yeah. Listen, I would love to go outside. I kind of would like to go like on a walk in like a nice park or whatnot. But when I live in a piss poor city and people are like that too, and I'm alone and I'm a small, short Asian guy, even though I carry a taser, a knife, a necklace knife, and mace, I carry all these things. Despite that, it's like, I'm not really encouraged. There's no incentive to go outside here. So I'm just gonna choose to not go outside. Being a streamer? Oh, it's so much fun. It's so much easier too. So, yeah, hey, I love going outside. Oh, it's so much fun. I love people. Yeah. Jeez. So anyways, so, hey, New Year's resolutions! I want to try and go outside. We'll see. We'll see if I actually do go outside or not. But, yeah. That was a interesting morning, to say the very least. I did some stuff, did some things. The guy I passed also did stuff and things, but I think he should be quartered and shot. Not actually, but I don't think anyone would mind that. Ugh. What's for legal reasons? That was a joke. on his life because he's a joke. Anyways, once more, that was legally. He should probably just get a room. You know, honestly, that's what I was thinking. Like, lad, you're near a schoolyard! Which was the most messed up. Sorry about the voice crack, but that was kind of the more that was probably the most fucked up thing. He was near an elementary schoolyard. And I was just thinking like, oh man, what's going on here? Huh. So yeah, I hate working. I wish the world could just unexist for a while. Anyways, let's not talk about that silly stuff, because, boy, I don't like thinking about it. Oh yes, Buddy built a dirt house. So, anyways, New Year's stuff. Let's go back to that. Let's go back to that. I am going to Japan. That is a huge trip I am excited for and planning for. I am also I'm gonna go going there for like 2 weeks. I'm gonna be going there with my cousin. He said he's been really wanting to go to Japan. I wanted to try and cut my costs as much as I could, so I said, you know what? Let's both go to Japan. He obliged, and next thing you know, we're both going to Japan now, so that's good. Live there? I would honestly kind of like to live there. There's some cool friends that live in Japan, so I wouldn't mind. And also, being in Japan, I could probably go to other places in Europe, which would be nice as well, but I don't think I could stay away from my family. Well, I don't think my family could stay away from me for that long, and they would be kind of worried. So, there's that. But yeah, imagine that if I somehow was able to live in Japan, I would be able to harass him every single day. I would be able to force him out of his little cubby, to force him out of his little area, to make sure that he comes out and spends quality time with me. Could you imagine how horrible that must be? Spending quality time with some random online? Ugh, nasty. I feel bad if that were to happen to him. What a nightmare, absolutely. Going outside is one thing, but then going to spend quality time with a person? Oh my god, heinous, disgusting, vile even. But, funny enough, talking about Japan, although, don't get me wrong, I'm very excited for that trip. I'm also very excited for another trip I'm taking, because, of course, I can't help myself. I'm having a real good feel for traveling recently. I really like traveling. I think it's really fun. So I am also going to go travel to California. There is a convention last year, maybe you've heard of it, Off-Kai Expo 2025. I plan on going to that one this year again. Last year was really fun. I was able to meet some good buddies. So I'm going to go to Off-Kai. Hopefully I'll be able to meet some more friends. There's some more pals that I know of that are probably going. They haven't made the announcements. I don't think they've made announcements, my friends, so I'm not going to talk about them. But I want to see if I can go meet them. So yeah. I gotta buy tickets this weekend, Off-Kai. Yeah, make sure you do it now. And if you need help with hotels, I can help you. By the way, the hotels that are near or present on the website, don't worry about it because it is not worth it. Also, Q, let me buy your tickets. You and someone else. I would buy you tickets. I want to meet friends. I will spend so much money. You have no idea. Okay, well that's enough kneading for now. We'll get back to kneading this later. So, here we go. there we go. All said and done. But now that we have that all said and done, I have now done time magic. There we go. We have now waited for our dough to rest. There we go. See, did you see that? Did you like that cool magic there I just did? Wow. I've made another, I didn't make anything. This is the same dough. Time travel magic. Wow. And now, this is our same dough that we've made. And we now have to roll it out. Oh, I wish I could actually go. I'd have to beg my parents. Well then, beg. Beg for your damn parents. Tell them, scream at them. Yeah, time travel. We do a little bit of movie magic. A little movie magic, as they say in the show is, I guess, maybe. But look at that. We've made the dough, and I've given the dough ample time to rest. What felt like a few seconds for you was actually a few hours for me, so you're welcome, actually. I had to stand here for 2 whole hours for this to rise. So now, I'm actually going to roll this dough out as we speak to at least 1/4 of an inch. Or at least thin enough to where I'll care about it. Yes, I don't know. And it's okay to be a little generous with flour once more. There we go. The nice thing about doing a malasada, you can kind of just roll out haphazardly like this and you'll be fine. Alright. There we go. And that is that. So now, I'm gonna get this really, really big heat tray. You don't have to do this. If you're more fortunate than me, and like, let's say you have like a really, really big table that you could put it on, you can do that as well. That's probably even better. So I'm gonna flour it, put my dough here, and then I'm gonna get something real quick. So I know most people. Hold on, I gotta go grab it real quick. Ah. So what I have here, this is a little thing to cut out little circles. So I'm now gonna want to cut out nice little circles for our malasadas. But I know the thing is, not everyone has one of these things, a ring mold. So you know what you can use instead of a ring mold? A cup. Everyone can get a plastic cup. These things are like $1 for a pack of 6. So if you say you can't get this, you're lying to yourself. So, same thing. And there you go. Granted, it's going to probably be a little smaller, but it definitely does work. If you don't have a ring mold. If anything, they'll be smaller, but they do in fact work. No excuses if you want to try making this and say like, oh, I don't have a ring mold. Yes, you do. No excuses. Nada. None. None are allowed. There we go. We at least have 4 for now. Now, if you notice this, if you can notice this right off the bat, they are slightly uneven, and that's because I'm really bad at rolling stuff out. So, if you are not like me, and you actually are good at rolling stuff out, be patient with this. Make sure it's all nicely even, because if you don't, it is going to be a bit of a pain. Trust me. And also just re-rolling the dough that you cut out is going to be difficult. So you can only probably re-roll it once and then you gotta let it rest again. Because the thing about constantly trying to mess with the same dough, you're essentially almost like developing more gluten. You're almost kneading it more, which is gonna make it even harder to roll out. So it's best to try to do as much as you can within the first roll and then figure it out from there. Flour, blah. Okay, so back to talking about, I guess, the new year. Not only, like, am I gonna go to Altai, I'm very excited to go to California, because the area to where the convention is being held, there's apparently some good places for food and stuff, too. So, you know, me being a foodie, I'm quite excited to go there. I'm gonna definitely see if I can kidnap some people and say, hey, let's go eat out somewhere. I will pay for half the meal. You guys can figure it out. Like, I'm gonna probably go ask maybe 10 people, like saying, hey, listen, buddies, I want to go out and eat. But I don't want to go eat out alone, because eating alone is kind of sad. It makes me kind of sad. So, I want to see if I can try and befriend people, or either get some pals to go to Altai, so then I can say, hey, I want to go meet it, and you guys come eat with me. So that is a thing I want to do. Okay, and there we go. These might be a tad thin, but we're gonna work with it here. And now, with all of these rolled out in pieces of dough, I'm now going to actually save this because I need to let this rest now. So, throwing it into a container, we'll get back to it later. And for now, I'm gonna leave these to the side, and we will get back to this stuff in a bit. Because of course, you know, if we're going to make these malasadas, we need fillings, no? Just as I said and mentioned previously, we gotta make a few fillings that I want to make, and I have the recipes all in my head, memorized. Got it in my head, my noggin, my think brain. Okay, so let's see here. Let's start with probably the more complicated thing to do. Doing the jalapeno jam. The jalapeno jam is interesting. It is an old recipe I have used and I have adapted at my own time, but I haven't really made I don't know how long. So we're gonna see if how badly I butcher or completely succeed with this, but we'll see. I was gonna be a little baby and say like, hey, it's not spicy, it's gonna be spicy. But I feel like that would be a little too easy. Instead of doing like a spicy thing, I just gotta go and do things kind of lame now. So I'm going to try. So I thought of trying to do this because the first thing that came to mind was doing like a jalapeno jelly sort of ordeal. So we're gonna try and do something like that. I'm gonna put on a single glove because although I'm not sure how spicy these are gonna be, but I want to try to mitigate how much spice there is. So I gotta try and make sure I get the membrane out. Fun fact: if you don't know where the spiciness for where the capsaicin comes from, the capsaicin comes from the capsaicin, the spiciness from like peppers and stuff, it comes from the membrane, not actually the seeds. Fun fact. And the nice thing is that I don't really have to really focus on cleaning it too hard, because I'm actually probably going not probably. I am actually going to end up what is it? Draining out all the excess. If anything, it's going to make it more spicy, which I actually wouldn't mind too much. It's supposed to be sweet and spicy, so I don't really mind that idea too much. So I am quite curious to know how spicy these peppers are. Because depending on how spicy it is going to actually probably delegate on how much sugar I'm going to add. I wanted to make sure I got hot though, because I would feel like a little baby if it's like, oh, I just wanted a little hot. No, I wanted these hot. You know, speaking of heat though, how do you lads handle heat? Can you guys handle heat very well? I'm like 50-50. Like, I can handle heat. Like, I could probably eat some of a jalapeno. But, you see, if I'm gonna eat something spicy, it has to be like... Okay, that was a little scary. Some of the juice went to the side of my eye. That would have been really bad. A little scary. But, yeah. I could probably handle a few jalapenos, but I need it to be mixed with something. Just eating a jalapeno straight up is just a little much. Like, you're trying to prove a point or something, like you're trying to look cool, but like, okay. And honestly, I might take a few of these seeds and try and grow them. Let's see. Spice is great, but I probably only have moderate tolerances. Oh, nonsense. I imagine you have a good tolerance. You live in Japan, an Asian country. There's a lot of spicy things in Japan, I think. Yeah, I'm actually probably going to see if I can steal some of these seeds. Spring's coming, so I'd like to start a little garden. There are not a lot of spicy things in Japan. That is interesting. I would think there would be. Well, actually, now that I think about it, no, that's more of a Korea, China, Taiwan, Vietnam thing then, no. And also, these peppers are spicy. I can feel it. I can feel it in my nostrils. I can feel my nose just feeling like the need to sneeze right now. These are spicy. Do I have water nearby? I know water isn't good for spiciness and capsaicin, but listen, I don't think I really worry about the heat. I'm worrying more about getting it down. So, here, I'm going to eat a small little bit of a pepper here. Alright, let's see, my baby. Actually, not that bad. You know what? I'll eat another one even. That's actually a good jalapeno right there. Spicy. The flavor of the pepper is actually quite nice. Not bitter. But there's still a bit of a kick. Back in the throat. Yeah, I'm gonna save a few of these peppers. Make a few of these seeds. Maybe I'll try to make a pepper. Okay. Very important thing when it comes to cleaning off like capsaicin. Capsaicin is very oil based, so it's very important to use oil soap to clean off your tools and all that whatnot. The spiciness is tasty, but I don't want it to linger anywhere else. That just would not be. There we go. Okay, so now that's done. I need to get some white wine vinegar. Okay, we're gonna fill this in. Throw that in. And now, turn that on. And now what I'm essentially going to do here, I'm going to be making a juice. It's gonna be, essentially I'm gonna be boiling down all the jalapeno to make it into like a juice. This liquid, the water that we're gonna use, we're gonna essentially stew it all, cook it all down, extract all the flavor from the jalapeno and the capsaicin, and make it into a juice. And then we'll use that juice, thicken it up, and make it into a jelly or a cream, like a pastry cream of sorts. We'll see. So. I'm not gonna lie, my lips kind of feel like that. Like, I'm not in pain still, but my lips just feel like metallic. Ugh. It's a very important thing that I try to not lose any sort of liquid. So I'm gonna cover it with a lid and let that simmer for a bit. Anyways, we'll get back to the jalapenos in a bit. Let's start working on the next thing. It's gonna take the longest. Which, it's actually not gonna take as long as you might think. We're actually going to do... It's gonna take long because it needs time to simmer. So, we are now going to work on the pastry cream, or the mythic cream, if you will. So, to make that, I'm actually going to do a little thing here. I'm not sure how well this is going to work, but I was thinking about this. If this would work, it'd be really cool. So, I got a small container here. A small thing right here. And usually the best thing to make a pastry cream, you actually have to thicken it. I mean, you have to actually let it cool off before you can use it. But I was thinking, instead of putting plastic wrap over it, what if I actually put a bowl, put a bag over it, and if I did this and put the bag inside out, I can then use the bag as a pastry bag. So I want to see if this works well at all. And I'm going to use this ingenious idea I thought to hopefully make this a lot easier to complete. Anyways, pastry cream. This is a little bit more simple. This is a very basic pastry thing to do. So I should be able to get this done with relative ease. Nice thing about all the things I've written down, a lot of it is measured in metric. So you can just get some cup measures and you'll be fine if you don't have a scale at home. So it's a nice little thing if you need a little help on that front. But I have to do a few things. First, I'm going to be measuring out a cup of milk. And that is all that we're going to need for the milk. Then I'm going to be measuring out 1 ounce or 2 tablespoons of sugar, and I'm going to be throwing that into the milk. And now I'm going to be putting in 1/4 of a cup of sugar into this container here. Of a cup of sugar, we're gonna put a pinch of salt, and then we're gonna put in a tablespoon of any sort of starch you'd like. You can use cornstarch, that is the most normal way to go, but I like potato starch because it's not cornstarch. And there we go. From here, I also need to add 1 egg. And this essentially is going to be our thickener. We are going to be using this to thicken up the pastry cream. It is quite weird, but this is how you do the thing. This is what you use to thicken up pastry creams and all that stuff. If you were using a creme glaze, you wouldn't be doing this. You would be doing a different sort of thing. But this is how you do stuff to do for pastry cream specifically. Now I do need a few more things. Like I need a quick knob of butter. I'm gonna actually need a lot of butter today, so I'm gonna make it stick out. Because at the end of finishing this, I'm gonna be using the thing here. I'm gonna finish it with a bit of butter at the end, just because it will make it nice and rich. So yes. Oh, there it is. I actually gotta throw a whole bunch of stuff in my dishwasher real quick. Crack it all in here. Oh, oh, oh! Ooh! I heard it! I heard it! I heard it! Whew. That wouldn't have been bad. Inhuman reaction time right there. Wow, look at that. Anyways, the milk's ready. It's nicely scalded. So now I'm going to try to temper this. If I even were to throw in this egg into the milk mixture right now, it would most likely scramble. So the best thing to do actually is to temper the mixture by adding a little bit of the mix and then whisking in to the mixture here. I think 3 things will do. Now it's adequately warm. It tempered the egg. I'm gonna turn the heat back on low, and now I'm gonna very slowly and carefully stream this in. If I do this too slowly, it's gonna scramble. If I do this too quickly, it'll also scramble. It's a bit of a pain to do it, but it's simple to do though. And now the timer starts. I need to at least do this for a minute. To help thicken this, I need to put this on low. I need to make sure that this cooks for at least a minute or 2 minutes, to help thicken this and also cook the egg. But I gotta make sure I keep an eye on my heat, because if it goes too hot, it will scramble. If it goes too low, it will cook. A fun little bouncing act. But you can already see, I'm not sure if you can see, you obviously can't feel it, but you can see it, that it's already getting a little thick here. So I gotta kind of keep down a little more. And I'm just gonna taste it. Oh, that's good now. Nice, it's light, it's creamy, sweet, good pastry cream stuff. Right. Got 1 more minute here. And we are pretty much done here. Visually, this looks finished, so that's that. But now I want to finish it off with just a tad bit of butter. And I'm also going to finish it with a bit of cream, a bit of vanilla as well. You want to always add vanilla and stuff like this at the end when you're cooking product like this, because since it's alcohol-based, you might lose a lot of flavor. So, I'm going to be doing this. I'm going to be adding a knob of butter, around 2 tablespoons, or 1, because I just don't want that. I don't want that. And I'm just going to get that mixed in. And as that seems right, I'm also going to make sure I get in a touch of vanilla as well. I'm going to use some of my good vanilla now. And now I just want to melt the butter and get that vanilla mixed in, and that's the pastry cream. Yeah, this vanilla is really nice. It has like some nice cinnamon notes. So even though there's no cinnamon in it, it's gonna have like a little flavor, a little taste of cinnamon as well, with all the vanilla. Alright, there we go. And now, to make sure that there is a minimal amount of any sort of lumps, I'm going to just throw this through my fine mesh strainer here, just to make sure and minimize any sort of lumpage that could have happened. Or maybe I'm perfect and I got no lumps whatsoever. Who knows? Alright, so yeah, I'm just gonna be pressing this through my fine mesh here and trying to make sure it's all nice and not clumpy or curdled or scrambled. Oh, look at that. I think I'm almost pretty much perfect. Doesn't look like there's any scrambling whatsoever. Nada. Okay, there's a few by the looks of it, but hey, that's still pretty good. Alright, there we go. I'm gonna now flatten this out onto my little tray here, and then we'll get back to this in a little bit, once it's done cooling down. Good. Okay, that's one thing done. Pastry cream, finito. Done. No more. The jalapeno juice still needs to go a little longer by the look of it, so we'll leave that be. And here, let's do that. We'll do the bananas Foster filling. The bananas Foster filling is going to be a little bit more simple, a little bit more easy to wrap your head around, because it's very, very easy. So I got 3 bananas right here, and I am going to be putting in 2 ounces or 4 tablespoons of butter. There we go. 4 tablespoons of butter. And then I'm going to make sure I melt this boy. I'm going to melt this thing right here. And now I'm going to get 1/4 of a cup of brown sugar. You can use dark brown, you can use light brown. I personally like dark brown sugar, just because with dark brown sugar, there's a bit more of a deepened flavor, a bit more caramelization and all that whatnot. So I prefer the darker, has better flavor. And especially if you're using brown sugar, you might as well go in for that nice molasses sort of flavor. Gonna just throw that in there and gonna let that butter. Essentially what we're gonna try and do, we are essentially going to be trying to make a caramel. Like a very, very low-key caramel. Oh, and I'm not, it just kind of did hit me, because I bet there's probably people, maybe some lads in chat that have no idea what a bananas Foster is. Bananas Foster is kind of like a table-side dessert. Essentially, you get bananas, and then you cook them in sugar and butter, and then you burn it with alcohol. I'll try to burn it with alcohol. I just don't, unfortunately, have the right alcohol to burn it with, but we will make do with what we have. Traditionally, you're supposed to do it with dark rum and a banana liqueur. I have tried going to a alcohol store nearby, but their power was out, so I just couldn't go. So instead, I am going to use sake. Not traditional at all, but we're going with it, because that's the only thing I got. So I'm going to be putting in this. I'm going to make sure that it gets nice and melty. And then we're going to let it just kind of cook for a bit. Okay. Now we're going to essentially just let that kind of cook a little bit. And I'm going to get a... I find my cinnamon, actually. Do I have cinnamon? That would be such a tragic thing if I found out I had no cinnamon. Oh, I got cinnamon. So traditionally you should have this at the end because it's real cool to see the crackling and such. But I don't really care about that too much. I'm just caring about flavor. So I'm gonna put in my cinnamon now because I like that flavor of the cinnamon. It's only like a fourth to a half a teaspoon. Take your pick of what you'd like. And then you want to put in a teaspoon, not teaspoon, nice pinch of salt. Nice salty sweet, that's good. And yeah. That's pretty much that. From here, that's looking pretty good. So now I'm gonna get some of my good sake. You're supposed to use about a fourth of a cup. I want to use half of a fourth cup because I simply just don't need the flavor of sake. I personally also don't believe sake has too much flavor when it comes to cooking. So we'll be adding this. And now fire. Fire? I guess there wasn't enough alcohol. Okay, so another thing about bananas foster. So normally you're supposed to actually cut the bananas. But the thing is, I'm gonna be mashing the bananas. So instead I'm just gonna throw in the bananas as is. Just gonna be peeling the bananas, crushing them in there just to help cook quicker. And that's that. Essentially what I just made right now is the lowest of keys of when it comes to bananas foster. Essentially that's it. This is pretty much bananas foster. Instead of me crushing it though, you would have them nice and sliced and then served over ice cream. But instead, I have other plans in mind. So I'm gonna cook these bananas down a bit until they're nice and soft. And when they're nice and soft, we'll mash them into a nice little paste, and then we'll use that as a filling. I'm gonna make sure that all these bananas are nicely coated though. So yeah, now at this point you would kind of just like have some of this, you would pour this over some ice cream, and it actually is quite lovely. Bananas Foster is really nice. It is really nice. It's a very cool like tableside thing to show. But I don't know, you would have to like bananas, I guess. But if you don't like bananas, then it's not really that great. But yeah, I think it's really cool. Nice little tableside thing. But yeah, I'm now just trying to mash these bananas. I'm going to get like a proper way of mashing it for now later, but I'm trying to just do some minimal mashing for now. Or maybe I might make it chunky. I don't know. Gonna give it a little taste here. This might hurt my finger. That's good. Honestly, funny thing is, it needs more salt. Crazy how Pokemon Sun Moon was 9 years ago. Stop, it wasn't 9 years ago. Was it really 9 years ago? Shit, damn, that's so far back then. I don't like that. Hi, Juwan. Hello. You know, it's funny. It's funny for you to show up as soon as I'm starting to cook with the game. Also, that BGM is really loud. Let me turn that down. Anyways, welcome in, Juwan. I hope you had a good one. I hope you have been doing good. I love getting older and realizing you are now the man. I'm not old. I'm forever 16. Can't tell me that. Oh, hey, you know, I gotta ask you guys this. Just because I feel like I trust you guys more than my coworkers. But me and my coworkers were having a chat, and essentially what it came down came down to them telling me is that they told me that I'm very fruity, that I act very gay, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I don't see myself as a very flamboyant kind of gentleman, if you will. I don't know. Am I gay? Do I act gay at least? I don't personally see myself as that, but it's really funny if you guys do too. I'm not saying that you should, but honest opinions. Oh, that's good. You give Twink energy, maybe a tone, maybe of the tone of voice a bit? Okay. Damn, I can't believe it. I'm gonna go take steroids? Steroids? Testosterone. Sorry, wrong thing. Okay. Anyways, same ordeal. I'm going to the voice, yes? Oh, it's my voice then? I can't change that. At least not that I know of, at least. Alright, Bananas Foster. I'm throwing it into this bag here. I know, it looks a little unruly, but I have any pastry bags that love it, so. In they go. Okay, pastry cream's done. Banana Foster filling is done. Jalapeno jam, I think we're done with that. Blueberry jam and pineapple jam, two of the easiest jams to make, we're gonna do right now. We're gonna do in just a moment. I gotta clean up all my utensils because I don't work. I live in a very good kitchen, but I don't have dishwashers. I am the dishwasher, so I have to clean my own stuff. I'm not part of a really high-end cooking show or anything like that. I am the show. I'm the producer. I'm the purchaser. I'm the star. And you, chat, you are also a part of my show. Wow. You're also a part of the show because you are all the wonderful, intuitive audience to make fun of me and point at me to do something stupid. The hands too, but that's an Asian thing. Yeah. I guess Asians are just inherently gay. Asians are the ones that made yaoi, so it makes sense, I guess. Yaoi hands, right? Alright. Ooh, nice. Ooh, new excuse to not eat breakfast. Live studio audience. You know it. High speed. Live studio audience. I mean, if you really think about it now, for some streamers, they are kind of like talk shows, and you guys are just kind of a live audience if you really think about it. Just saying. It's not wrong. Okay, so anyways, I have a horrible confession about what I have to do for these next fillings. So my blueberry jam I want to make, I am making with frozen blueberries. But it gets even worse. The pineapple jam I want to make is being made with canned pineapple. This is not in season. I just have a whole bunch of blueberries I want to get rid of. So, sorry. I'm not an authentic. I'm not like the most greatest thing since sliced bread. I just slice bread. Anyways. I only need like a couple of blueberries. I don't really need much here. There we go. So with a cup of blueberry, I also need to add a fourth of a cup of sugar. I'm not sure if you're all noticing a little trend here when it comes to not sure if you're noticing a trend here when it comes to sugar to all these things, but there is a notable, not a lot of amount of sugar that's being added to this. I like sugar as much as the next guy, but I feel like if you're gonna make a nice sweet, you should be using it sparingly. Too much sugar is a bad thing, and I don't care what anyone says. So, I'm gonna be adding that in. The sugar, no water, because the sugar should macerate fruit and stuff like that to bring out all the liquid and whatnot. And especially since these are frozen berries, it's definitely gonna add even more substance because the condensation and all that whatnot. I'm gonna add a little bit more to it to make it a bit more interesting. If I have any. I don't, so never mind. It's an optional thing anyways. I was gonna add like a cinnamon stick, but I don't have any more cinnamon sticks, so it is what it is. Yeah, I was gonna add a cinnamon stick, but I got any. So I'm gonna just add the sugar, a little pinch of salt, because a little salt and sweet is always good. And yeah, we're just gonna cook this down. That's that. That is our sweet jam. Berries and jam. Berries and sugar. What you don't have is a 2 million acre farm with all the ingredients at all times. Check my head, fake foodie. Yeah, I don't have I'm not like Blue Hill Farm. I'm sorry. I'm all about a simple home cook. I'm nothing. I'm a simple home cook. I can't do anything. Anyways, I don't think I have anything. So you know what? We're gonna do something different. I am going to do something sacrilegious. And essentially, I'm just going to make a pastry, a jelly, like a really low-key jelly. A jelly that would make many pastry people upset for what I'm going to do. I'm gonna drain and discard all the scraps here. Cool. Spicy. Stone him. Beat him with hammers. Please don't beat me with hammers. I don't like hammers. They hurt. Ooh. Alright, I'm gonna strain it again just because I feel like it really needs to be. Try and get rid of all the seed. Alright, there we go. That should be all of the juice. I'm gonna throw that in there. You know what? I actually want to give the juice a bit of a taste. So a bit of the liquid of taste here. Oh yeah, it has a bit of the spice still. Not bad though. You have a bit of the spice. It's just hot. Yeah, it's hot. Not horribly hot, but it's also a whole bunch of vinegar as well. It's just weird. Ugh. Once more, not a bad thing. It's just that there's vinegar in it too, so it makes it very strange to have on its own like that. Anyways, let's see. I need to add 2.5 cups of sugar. I think we're going to start with a cup here, and we'll go from there. Yeah, we're just gonna start with that much sugar for now, and then we'll see from here. If I need more, I'll add it to taste. Yeah, that is spicy. I can feel it in my nose. Alright, let's see. Oh, that's good. I like that. Spicy, nice vinegar acid notes here. Sweet, but not terribly sweet. It's still spicy. All the way through and through, it is very spicy. So, this is where I make this really nice juice into something horrible. I'm going to now make a slurry and then thicken it up that way. Sacrilege. I would stone me too if I were myself, chat. Please, I deserve the stoning. That sounds yummy. It is quite yummy. It is quite tasty. Spicy though. Alright. Hopefully this will be enough slurry though. But yeah, with adding this, this should actually thicken everything to the desired consistency. Hopefully, maybe. I might add more. It does look viscous, but I think I might need to add another tablespoon. Oh, wait, no, it might be enough. I just gotta be patient. Do things. Yeah, that definitely looks thick. But I think I want, as bad as it's gonna sound, or for me at least, just because it's not really a desired thing for most, but I need to make it more goopy. I need to make it almost like borderline slime. I'm gonna add another tablespoon. There we go. Oh yeah, this feels a lot more viscous now. It looks a lot more viscous now too. As horrible as a comparison it looks a lot more like that. So that is the consistency we're looking for. I'm gonna give it one quick taste here. This is gonna hurt. That's good. If you're not really a huge fan of like the sweet and spicy ordeal, it probably won't be for you. But I think sweet and spicy is so underutilized. It's, as I said, sweet and spicy. So it has a nice sweetness, spiciness, but it has that nice pepper sweetness that you get from like bell peppers and whatnot. The vinegar helps bring out a bit more flavor without adding any like salt. So that's good. I'm gonna do the same thing I did with the pastry cream. Actually, I think the pastry cream is actually kind of set. And, yeah, that looks pretty good. So I'm actually gonna throw this back in. Oh, this looks strange. But Yeah, this seems to work very well. So I'll do the same thing for my little bit of jalapeno jelly. There we go. Now I'll let this go set. Almost looks like gelatin. Okay, well, we're just waiting on two more things. We're making our blueberry jam right here. I think I might need to add more blueberries, honestly. But now I just need to make one more filling, and then we can start working on malasadas again, like the actual malasadas, the things that I've been trying to make the entire time today. But yeah, we're finally getting to that point. We're getting close. How amazing, though! In the amount of time that we've been live, I've already made 6 fillings. And I just need to get this thing opened. The nice thing about making another jam, it is essentially like that. There's very minimal to no difference. The only thing is since I'm using a can, I want to actually kind of keep the liquid. So I'm just gonna throw this all into the pan like this. And yeah, that's really it. Now, I'm not sure if this is a take or not, but I will say this with a bit of pride in my voice. I don't like pineapple. I hear pineapple's good for you. Yeah, you should eat more pineapple and whatnot, but I really don't like pineapple. I think it's kind of it's just you know? Not terribly big fan of it. If you had to get rid of all the fruit in the world, but you had to get rid of one fruit to save them all, I would sacrifice the pineapple. I feel like pineapple is just like meh. I don't know. It's not the worst fruit, but it's definitely not the best. But I'm also the same bastard that really loves apples to an unearthly end. So maybe I'm just generic. Who knows? Okay, there we go. I need another. Yeah, I think you just have to cook down all this liquid in the pineapple. So I didn't actually expect the jam to actually be this pineapple crush to be so jammy as is. It definitely makes my life easier. So yeah, I feel like I should definitely get another cup of this. Whoa. Okay, maybe that was a little bit more than a cup, but that will do. But you know what? I think I'm gonna do this in this pan, just because I can. And then I'm gonna move the pineapple into this pan, just because the medium pot I have, that one, is really good for frying. So I'd like to have this pan right now, and we can actually start making the malasadas. There we go. Put that on the back burner for now, and let's actually start making the actual thing. Okay. Last two fillings here in the works. The sweet jam. We got the tart, the sour jam, technically, pinap berries. Or the pineapple filling, the final pineapple jam filling. We're gonna let that do its thing, and now we're gonna actually start doing the malasadas. Woohoo! Wait, one more thing to do. Sugar. A touch of cinnamon. And now we got the thing for our dry malasadas. Woohoo! I'm not gonna lie, I kind of just like a simple cinnamon sugar with the malasadas. I know they're supposed to traditionally have like some sort of passion fruit filling or some fruit filling of some tropical sort, but I'm a basic guy. This tastes like they taste like donuts, and I like cinnamon sugar donuts or glazed donuts. I know, very daring, I know, but simplicity has beauty. Okay. Gonna actually start rolling out some more things here. We're gonna roll out a few more malasadas here. That should be good. Oh, yeah, of course. Kind of forgot. You know, this pot is missing something, you know? Possibly the foil to fry in? Yeah, maybe. So I'm gonna add some of the oil in here now, and we'll get this pot ready for oil frying. I actually haven't deep fried anything in a while, so this will be fun. There we go. Okay, now the BGM's too quiet. Hold on. Alright, that should be good. So, anyways, I'm gonna now start cutting the last few things here. 1. And 2. There you go. So you could probably end up with this recipe, probably end up making like what? 8, maybe? You probably end up being able to make 8 all day. That's a good amount of like donuts you can make for yourself in one sitting. Alright, I'm gonna leave one right here. And now I'm gonna go grab the other guys, who have been slowly yet surely have been rising. It's just that they rise very slowly. They're slow growers, alright? No judging. Slow risers, there's nothing wrong with them. So we have these, and we're gonna start frying whenever we get the chance to. And meanwhile, I'm gonna actually roll out this other dough that I have somehow conjured out of nowhere. Who knows where this one came from? Okay, so going back to the subject of New Year's and stuff like that, I know I've been kind of going on and off about that because I don't know. I just for some reason think I'm a little bit more focused, but who knows why? But yeah, I do have some other plans and goals. You see, for New Year's stuff, I don't really have many, I guess, resolutions, because I feel like I'm very fortunate to say that I am pretty set in life currently. Like, oh, I don't have a girlfriend, I guess? Whoa. But, like, I don't know. Oh no, I'm single still, and I'm gonna be 24 soon. Oh no, my short lifespan is going to be over before I know it. Who knows? Ooh. But I can wait, I don't care. And, I don't know. I have less resolutions and more goals and things I want to accomplish. As I already said, Japan and Altai are the big ones. I do want to see if I can get a car. That is a plan. So that's expensive, and I don't think I'm going to be able to do that. But it's a nice thing to probably think of. Can't find a girlfriend? Become the girlfriend. Listen, I have fully come into terms that I am very much girlfriend material at this point. Listen, I know that I am very girl energy, I think. Look, I bake and I cook, I read books and I draw. I am the least masculine person I know. Which is saying something. But I understand. I am not very feminine. I'm manly. I'm more feminine than that. So I'm gonna be a house husband. I want to be a house husband. It sounds more fun anyways. I do not mind with that. It's a lifestyle I'll be happy with. So. Any tomboys shenanigans? I guess. Ooh. You know, you just gotta go with the opposite kind of, you gotta go with the opposite sort of thing. Am I a wife? I guess I gotta go find a tomboy. That's how it works, right? Boy, wife, maxing. Exactly. If you're not wife maxing, then what are you doing? You see, me, I'm wife maxing right now. I'm learning how to make delicious sweet treats. So when you come home and you had a hard day at work, I'm here to say, oh, welcome back, sweetie. I've made you sweet stuff for your hard and sour day. Would you like some tea as well? And I'm going to say it that robotically as well, intentionally. It's going to make it sound like I'm from like a really stupid AI reading of like a really generic anime comic. And it is going to be stupid and cringe. what? I can see actually now why I'm still single. So, never mind. Okay, well, now I just need to check the temperature of the oil here. Who's gonna wipe him up? Oh no. I don't think I'm gonna get wiped anytime soon. But you guys will be the first to know if I ever find myself a wife. Boop. Or become a wife. Whatever happens first. Hi Mahler, welcome in. I'm wife now. Mahler, I'm a wife now. Hey, Muslim mommies are usually into twinks, Lamau. Wow, there's a market for me then. Yay! Actually, not gonna lie, I think my synergy with someone who's like into like exercise and all that would actually be kind of would make sense. Because like I would love to cook them meals that are high in protein, and that would be kind of good for them because like macros, eating your macros is important. Protein maxing, bulking up, and all that, so it'd be very nice for them. And also, I tend to make a lot of food, so that's good. That's even better for people because people who work out usually will eat a lot because they have to burn so many calories. Yeah, this is relationship maxing now. We're relationship maxing. But yeah, meal prep. I love meal prep. You see, this is why Minna's my Oshi, alright? If I was a girl, I would feel like I would be pretty much like Minna. She's my Oshi for a reason, alright? Okay. Okay, I believe that oil should be hot enough. It should be at least. Alright. It looks hot. I actually gotta move my chair because this table soon. Okay. Yep. Sufficiently moved around. And now I need to check the oil. You know, it's a very niche thing to have, but honestly, if I was to somehow get my hands on one, I would love to have a deep fryer at home. It's extremely niche, like why would you have a deep fryer? A pot just works just fine, as I'm about to show. But listen, it'd just be very nice to have, alright? Okay, first one is in. Into the oil it goes. When it will be done, nobody knows. Ooh, it's gonna get real big and fluffy. I'm so excited. I love making malasadas. They're so fun. They're so tasty above all else. They're good. They're easy to make as well. They're so puffy as well. Ooh, what's not to love about them? Puffy and fluffy. Everything you would ever want. And it seems like our pineapple jam here is almost done. Oh, ready for flippers? No, not yet. I'm gonna let that do its thing. Okay. Got my little trainer here. Check on it every now and then. Looks good. It's doing its thing still. Okay, I really do want to talk about the new year, but I keep getting myself distracted. I don't know why. I don't know how. New stuff. Yeah. Stuff and things. It's gonna be cool. It's gonna be epic. I'm gonna do so crazy things. I'm gonna jump out of a plane and die. Like, we're going crazy this year. Maybe. Perhaps. I might do less. Okay, so real stuff. I actually might do a little less baking. I do plan on doing some more cooking streams in the future. They tend to be a little easier and honestly a little bit more fun for myself to do. So expect to see a few more cooking streams here and there. We might do more cooking streams. There'll be less baking streams perhaps. So we might do more cooking streams, maybe even food prep streams even. So by doing some of those. So yeah. A few plans. We're gonna be kind of shifting the content a bit, but not too marginally different. Where it's like, oh, it's so different. Oh, it's so weird. Like I'm not gonna turn into like a, I don't know, a politic VTuber. I guess. Social economics. I don't know. Look at that puffy boy. I'm realizing this now because I only can do one at a time. Even my biggest plot I have that has the most surface area, I don't think I could do more than one at a time, honestly. Which is gonna be a bit of an annoyance, but hey, that's fine. It gives us more time to chat. What do you all have planned for the new year coming? Do you plan on doing anything? Do you plan on min-maxing as well? Do you plan on going anywhere? Traveling? Eating? Dieting? Failing? Creating? Making? Maxing? I don't know. Something? Who knows? I don't know. That's why I'm asking you all these questions. I don't know what your lives are about. You know, I'm starting to realize something, because these are not like the malasadas I have made previously before. They were a bit more dense, and I kind of like the density. So I'm starting to realize maybe, perhaps, I let these guys proof a little bit too much. Except for this one. This one's the exception. This one's like a good, proper malasada. And the other one, but once more, we'll see in due time. Oh, it's so puffy and golden brown, though. It's so pretty. Very buoyant, though. Look at that boy. Wow, that's pretty nice to look at. So pretty. Look at her. Alright, let me do one of these. Let me do the one that hasn't really rested that much. Maybe that will be more donut. Which is honestly what I kind of want. I want more of a donut-like one. That one didn't even rest at all, but it's already quite puffy. Neat. It actually is kind of scary because it looks like it's about to blow up. Oh. Okay, it kind of blew up. What a puppy laugh. Look at that guy. Alright. it reminds me of like a Yorkshire pudding almost. Just because of how much it just rose like that. It's crazy. Yeah, there's not much I can really do to really cook the other ends here. Guess that's just how that is. I'll do the small one. Let's see this. Oh, is that the secret now? I'm just starting to realize. Was that the secret? To flip them on the other side as it grows? Ooh, that might have been. Look at this malasada, though. This guy's huge. Look at this, man. It's actually kind of cute. Look at this. Big old guy. Yeah, these are some hairy boys. My god. Very big old boys, that. Big old boys, fluffy lads. Pick this guy up, and we'll rest them down here. He's such a small little baby. He's a little boy. He's a little baby. Alright. Flip. When it starts to grow, flip it. Alright. Flip it again. Flip it again. There we go. Now I got the strategy. Well, I suppose this is any better time than ever to start filling some of these, yeah? So I'm actually going to put on a glove because they are quite warm. And I'm going to start filling some. So we're going to make a mystic malasada first, I suppose, since the pastry cream has seemingly set. So if you don't know, like, the nice way to make a pastry bag of a plastic bag, it's actually quite simple. You gotta make sure there's minimal air in it as possible. Almost airtight if you can. As airtight as possible. Okay, back to this. So anyways, yeah, as airtight as possible. Lean it to one side. And now I'm just essentially going to use this as a pastry bag. Use this end, going to cut it off, and then squirt it into a malasada here. But I don't want to do it just yet, just because, yeah, I am still frying stuff, and that would be kind of hard to fry and fill. The Bananas Foster one is a little easier, so I have that. I'm going to just do the same thing. Have my Bananas Foster. The jelly definitely needs time to sit. Oh, that's nice. That's a cool one. What's the rival of... Does anyone remember the rival for Sun and Moon? It's Hal. Hal, I bet he would be really happy over this, seeing all these malasadas. Not gonna lie, I kind of really liked Hal. He was cool. I liked him. It's just that the game kind of suffers a lot from hand holding. The game holds your hand too much, in the sense that it railroads you too much. There's too much railroading. Just let me play the game, you know? The game really suffered from that. But other than that, I think like the game is actually fairly solid. Honestly. The totem Pokemon are actually quite challenging, so that's kind of nice. A nice little different change of pace when it comes to doing gyms in comparison. I will say, the Z moves are kind of stupid though. Least favorite gimmick. I don't really like the Z moves. I thought they were a bit of a dumb gimmick. But everything else, like the gym gimmick, if you will, like how the gyms work, were a lot nicer. I liked them. I think that was the best interpretation of doing a new style sort of gym. I think that was the best one. Because you don't really need an Elite Four, I think. Unless they're like really important to the story. So it was nice to see that the previous Island Challenger Masters, whatever their names were would actually become the Elite Four. I think that's real neat. I like that a lot. Yeah, the Z moves were kind of stupid. Mega Evolution is still the best gimmick so far. Oh, without a doubt. I agree with you there. Okay, we're going to make one of our first Malasadas here. I'm actually just going to take one of the nicest looking ones and dust it in some cinnamon sugar. And there we go. Our first one, a dry Malasada. I'm gonna put them on up here, make them look nice here. So our dry malasada, right here. Okay, also just another thing of why I really like malasadas. You have to agree with me with this, alright? Malasada. That's just a fun word to say, you know? Like, say it. Malasada. It's a fun word to just say out loud. Oh, that looks so good. Thank you. They look cool too. Look at that. Oh, I would have been mad if that landed in the oil. Oil splashes. They're so cool. I love them. They're my children, and I'm going to eat them. Is it related to carne asada? I don't think so. It's essentially a fried donut. Alright. I think this one is gonna be the best looking actually not. This one is the nicest malasada. So I think we make this our mystical malasada here. Alright. So the Mystic Malasada, it gets a few things. Well, actually all of them get a few things. The few things that they all get is they're going to get a moderate dusting of powdered sugar. That's the first and foremost thing. They're all going to get a dusting of powdered sugar, except the dry one. Just because the dry one has sugar on top of it already. The Mystic one, though, we're going to stuff this bad boy with a bit of the pastry cream we've made. So I'm just going to make a hole in the side and stuff it silly. There we go. Oh, feels heavy. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna get a dusting of powdered sugar on them. Portuguese, these are the Hawaiian versions, though. Yeah. I'm gonna dust it with a bit of powdered sugar. I don't have a duster, so I just use my hands here. All right, mystic one. Now I gotta do a bitter one. This one looks good for a bitter one. It's gonna be kind of nice because the bitter one is actually gonna be quite warm. There we go. Get that all nice in there. Oh, yeah, okay, the flat ones that don't really rise that much, yeah, okay. I'll give them actually a bit more time to rest then. Alright. Okay. Well, without the malasadas I got, I'll just start doing dry ones. Just because, honestly, that's the one I prefer the most. I like just doing some nice cinnamon sugar. I think they're the best ones. I'm a simple guy. I'm sorry. I'm a basic bitch, as they say. And also the other jellies and stuff has not set yet. So unfortunately I can't even use those yet. Which I am interested in using. It's just that they're not ready. The pineapple one I'm just gonna throw into a bag and shove into a thing. It might be a little warm, but you know what? That's a sacrifice my hands are willing to take. And this will be the sour one. Not exactly passion fruit, but it will be good enough. It's still tropical. It's still a tropical fruit, so hey, good enough. This big old one, I think we'll get the. I'll put it in. This might suck. Because my hands are gonna hurt. And they do. Ooh, ow. Alright, you know what? We're going with the cream puff route. Cream puff route. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna open it slightly, and then just shovel it in. Get in there. Ow. No one needs to see this part. It'll look a lot better in the picture. No one needs to know about this part. There we go. That's our sour malasada. And that's that. Or at least all the ones we can currently do. The blueberry one, I can try and do that one real quick. But I think I might just do the same method, the cream puff method here. Oh yeah, look at how nice and airy they are though, that's cool. So blueberries go in. There we go. Then I put the hat on. And there we go. For the gram. Of course, for the gram. And there we go. These are all our malasadas we've made. If I do say so, they look quite tasty. I'm really eyeballing the dry because I'm such a simpleton. I love cinnamon sugar too much. So I gotta take a picture of this all first. Alright. Well, I'll take some more pictures in a bit. I got the simple ones down. Alright. Where do we start? Where shall we begin? Well, I guess we should start with the greatest one on paper. The Mystic Malasada. It's cold already. It's nice. Heavy. It's chunky. It's very creamy by the looks of it. Alright, I guess there's no way to eat it other than like a burger. Alright, well, let's see. There's the cream. Wow. It's very tasty. It's just that it's the pastry cream I don't think fully set. Oh, I need to get a plate. Yeah, that is really tasty. It's good. The pastry cream is nice and creamy, rich, sweet. But it's not like, oh my god, I'm gonna punch you in the face with sugar. Which is one of my least favorite things when it comes to sweets and desserts. It's not horrendously sweet, like, oh my god, this is horrible of how sweet this is. But it's nice and, like, it's a light pastry cream. Not too horrible. It's just that I think I overstuffed it. I think I might have gone a little overzealous with the fillings, which got me a little worried now. Because now I gotta try the other ones. But we'll see. This is the bitter one, or the bananas foster filling for the malasada. This one looks a little bit more promising, so let's try this then. Oh. Oh, this one's a lot better. And it's a lot better because it's not stuffed to the brim with filling. The dough itself is a lot more present. It's a lot more soft. But the filling itself, you can still taste it here. See? It's nice. It's like almost like a salted caramel. But with a little hint of banana. So that's very nice though. I like that. the nice fluffy malasada, the little sweetness of the sugar, the salty sweet caramelized banana on the inside. It's quite nice. It works very nicely together. I think it might be weird to say, but the banana actually adds like a nice creaminess to it as well. I think that's also a win. Oh, it's leaking. Ow, 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 ow. Okay, there's a bit of leakage with the one here. The blueberry one, yeah, that one's leaking. That requires a little bit of love right there. There we go. It's almost glazed on the backside. Alright, here we go. It's what exactly what you do expect. Oh. It's so, yeah. That's definitely sweet. It's not once more, not punch in your mouth sweet. But that's good for being like the sweet one. Out of all of these ones, this one is the most sweet, but it's the most pleasantly sweet too. So that's good. It's just that it's also a little hot. The pineapple one. This is the pineapple one, I think. But this one looks like it turned out well too. I'm not a huge fan of pineapple, but I still have to give it a try here. Gotta get every little taste here. So, pineapple one. Alright. It definitely held the malasada. Definitely holds that one a lot better. Tart. Nice and sour. Sour-ish. Tart is better to say. But that one's good too. I like that. So far, I think my favorite one so far is the Banana Foster one. But I know what my favorite one's going to be. It's going to be these bad boys right here. Because these are the epitome of simply delicious, fluffy clouds. So, I'm going to take a little bit of a munch on this and enjoy every second of this. Yeah, this is the one I'm going to eat all. I'm going to eat all of it. I might try and eat as much as I can with these. And like maybe save them for tomorrow or the next day. But these, I'm gonna eat all of them. They're a little empty, but you know what? I'm empty inside as well. But people for some reason still like me. So. But the dough is so fluffy. Has a nice chew to it as well. The cinnamon sugar is really all it needs. Perfectly simple, nice and dry. The cinnamon sugar is nice and sweet, and the cinnamon spice is there as well. That is so lovely. But it's also because it's more like a donut than anything. So, of course, I'm gonna like the one that's more like a donut, because my simple-minded brain is like, oh, donut, yum. But yeah, I'm finishing this one. I'm definitely gonna have to go, like, on a nice walk tomorrow, though. Gonna have to go on a nice walk. How much sugar and carbs I'm eating today. Starting off the new year strong. I'm gonna take a real quick picture here. Because I like this one, so it's nice. Okay. I think that is good for now. Oh, that was a lot of pastries to make there. I definitely have a lot more than I can eat, but I'll try and maybe save some. Maybe I'll throw some in so I can have them for breakfast tomorrow instead of having, like, I don't know, a donut or whatnot. So I'll try and save some for tomorrow. Which, funny enough, tomorrow we are also playing a Pokemon game. We're going to be playing Rogue tomorrow. Quite excited for that. Rogue is a very cool kind of game I'd like to play. It's a roguelike, and for some reason recently I've been really getting into roguelikes. It's kind of it's becoming my new kind of game genre craze. So I'm glad. So I'm really having fun with it. Let me go back to my desk real quick. Okay, and we're back. Here, wait. Let me not move myself, but post some pictures onto the screen here. I definitely gotta think though. I definitely gotta think on what I want to eat for tonight. I think I might do some like nice roasted turkey and some collard greens. I think that sounds good. Collard greens, roast turkey, almost like a little second Thanksgiving. All right. All right. Here we go. Those are the malasadas I've made. This one right here is my favorite malasada. A nice dry one. The dry malasada, and then this one right here. This one is the bitter / banana foster one. There we go. I'm like having like almost like a low-key food coma right now, so sorry, excuse me. But look at these little guys. They're very cute. Just want to take a second here. I need to just like rest for a moment here. That's a lot of carbs and that's a lot of sugar, and I feel sleepy. So, I think that's good. I think I did a good job. I'm probably gonna be saving the dough. I'm gonna refrigerate it and then kind of eat them throughout the week. But yeah, that's definitely a win. Very tasty, very tasty. Sorry, I'm just looking at stuff real quick. But yeah. Wow, a nice little homage to Sun and Moon, yeah? I hope so. I've been thinking about it because I actually have Ultra Moon and Moon. So I have been thinking that maybe I do a playthrough of Ultra Moon and Moon. Or Moon, I don't know. But I'm not sure. I'm not, because I could play it through normally, and that would be easy. But I do think doing a Nuzlocke would be fun too. But doing a Nuzlocke on that is also very difficult, from what I've heard, which is kind of funny because I remember being Sun and Moon being very, very easy. But I digress. I'm not really sure. These look good. I'm happy with their outcome, and I can't wait to have a nice breakfast tomorrow morning. So, anyways, if you are all interested in any of these recipes, they are going to be in the recipe book I have, and you can go take a look with them. I should mention, just because of legal sake, and also it's Nintendo, so of course you gotta worry about legalities, but I'm not associated with Nintendo. I am not trying to monetize off Nintendo. I'm basing this off Nintendo. It's a parody. Please don't sue me, Nintendo. Wah. But yeah. I think that is enough for today, though. I gotta go make myself dinner now, so I gotta go do that, and I'm just tired. Yeah. But yeah. I remember Sun and Moon being easy because I traded myself amazing Pokemon from Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. I'm not sure if anyone else agrees. Juwon, I need your opinion. But I think Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire are probably the best remakes of any gen. That's including Black and White too. I think Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire goes really hard in comparison to Emerald and any other remake. They're really good. I think they're like amazing. They have a lot of content, a lot of endgame content. You can catch a lot of legendaries. You have the base game, Mega Evolution. I haven't played any of the remakes, but yes, they are amazing. Well, Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire is technically a remake, but it is a really good remake at that. Just because it hits a lot of like so many good categories, you get access to a lot of good Pokemon. Platinum removed the HP bar thing. That alone wins out for me. I don't know what the HP bar thing is, so I don't have no idea what you mean. So, that, and also, assuming Platinum carries over to the newest gens. So, Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire has Platinum's mechanic in that sense. So, yeah. And also, we can't really mention Platinum because Platinum was bastardized. Especially with, like, Omega, with Shining Diamond and Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. They really should have had Mega Evolution in their games and also some other things, but DP damage animations was very long. I can't remember. I played Platinum, I think, but I can't remember. So, I'm sure it was bad, I just can't remember. I can send a vid, lol. Alright, you're more than welcome to. I'll check it out in a bit. Anyways, I'm gonna try and see if there is anyone whom we could raid. Actually, it looks like there is someone whom we can raid. On YouTube side, at least. We're gonna go raid Daishima. I think that'd be fun. On Twitch side, let's go raid No, actually, let's go raid someone new on Twitch. I'm just gonna go pick someone at random, who has a low view count because it's scary to go raid someone huge and big. Oh, you know what? This lass is playing, or lad, I don't know, is playing Pokemon Shining Pearl. We're gonna go raid her. Alright. Sapphire and Ruby also have the best openings, in my opinion. I can't remember the openings, but I imagine they do. New Year's resolutions is raid bigger streamers, lol. I mean, that's easy, then why not I go raid Germa? That just doesn't make sense for me, so I don't want to do that. But yeah, we're gonna go... I want to go raid new people, if anything. On Twitch. Raiding new people on YouTube is next to near impossible and frustratingly annoying. So, not worried about that. Anyways, I got a kitchen to clean and food to cook. Thank you all for tuning in today. I hope to see you all tomorrow. Tomorrow we are going to be playing Pokemon Rogue. So there's that. Thank you to everyone who has joined in today. Thank you, June. Thank you, Salmon, Chewy, and Mahler. Thank you all for tuning in on Twitch side. YouTube side, thank you, Lung, Bush, Q, Temp, Jude, Juwan, and Speed, and Side. Thank you all for tuning in today. I hope you have a good rest of your day. Happy New Year's again. And I will see you all around tomorrow. Alright? Okay. Saltea Kichee, everyone, and I will see you all around tomorrow. Bye bye. Ciao. Saltea Kichee and ciao. Bye bye. Bye bye.